Welcome to episode 53 of Annecam Sailing Australia. In this episode, we sail from Cairns back down to Townsville.
This is where we parked our dinghy at the Cairns Cruising Yacht Club.
While in Cairns, we catch up with a really dear friend, Julie.
What are you doing?
The sights you see. All the guys from Apsley will love to see this.
Yeah, well, we always say to people, you're running from the law because we've just exposed you on YouTube, but assuming in your case you're talking about their grandchildren and and you go, I became one. Bloody honourable. You become one too.
We also catch up with my cousin, Peter.
Well, mate. Maybe right. We could have.
Same to you. I won't give you a kiss yet.
How about me?
You fit in my car? Bloody big muscly bastard.
Yeah, right. Cuddly.
Yeah. Sorry about the Chinese car, mate, but this is all we got.
It's a car. We're very grateful for that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Took us out for lunch at one of his favourite watering holes. Peter was also kind enough to give Annie a lift to the airport so she could fly back to Melbourne for her granddaughter's birthday. An amazing place, Cairns. 150 millimetres of rain on one day and perfect sunshine the next.
Well, here's just one of the little boat jobs that I managed to get cleaned up. A nice, shiny, almost new looking cockpit table. The lights of Cairns at night.
Friends Jenny and Jeff from our old hometown dropped in to say
I'll
hi.
let you out once again. All the way from Horsham to say hello.
North this time.
Yeah. A photo of all the traffic.
Jenny and Jeff were kind enough to give us a ride in their car to purchase provisions for Annecam.
You don't mind me filming you as we're travelling, do you, Jeff? There's the real backseat driver. No, settling, different animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking like
Also got to meet really good friends of Jenny and Jeff, Matt and Lynn. Lynn used to work in the same place that Annie did. Time to square the provisions away.
Just some of the provisions we carry on Annecam. Food for an offshore passage, food for a coastal cruise, or just food for thought.
We're almost ready to start sailing again as Annie's plane comes in to land at the Cairns airport all the way from Melbourne, and Peter was kind enough to give her a lift back to the dock.
Hello, sexy lady.
Weigh anchor and get underway. See you later, Cairns. See you another day. Out past all of the boats on the pile moorings. quite a busy little waterway, this channel that leads into the Cairns Harbour, as there's ferries leaving and boats coming and going of all shapes and sizes. It really looks like the season is changing. With all of the heavy cloud about, it's time to start sailing Annecam back down south. Our first overnight stop was on the beautiful Fitzroy Island. We took our dinghy McKenna ashore to have a look around. There is plenty of accommodation here for the tourists in the many resorts we walked past. We couldn't believe it. We found another one.
What high island is the next stop for it?
Oh, we can go out to the Russell Islands.
So we won't get to dunk before.
No.
After a short sail, we found ourselves out at Russell Island. Annie goes forward to keep a watch out for those nasty coral heads and coral bommies. As all of the public moorings were occupied by other boats, it took us a little while to find a lovely patch of sand to drop our mantis anchor into, to have a peaceful night's sleep. Next day we set off to tack our way into the trade winds. Our planned destination was going to be Mourilyan Harbour. The real bonus from sailing in this part of the world, it is dead flat. Sailing inside the Great Barrier Reef, there is no swell at all. Our doyle sails tightened right in, keep us going on a close reach. We see a bit more traffic on the water as there is a sloop and a ketch crossing our line. They are obviously motoring as they have no sail up at all. Something we have not had the opportunity to show you before. This is us tacking Annecam into the wind and trimming the sheets. And we've never shown you before how we roll our sails away. Everything in Annecam happens in the cockpit, makes it nice and safe. In goes our genoa. Now it's time to roll the mainsail in. The last thing is to tighten up the boom. With all of the sails rolled away, it's time to turn into Mourilyan Harbour. Mourilyan Harbour happens to be one of the many sugar ports we have on the east coast of Queensland. Annie picks up the glasses to find us a good spot to anchor for the night. After much searching and another little soft touch with our keel onto a mudbank, we found an open place to drop our anchor for the night. The very next morning we weighed anchor and slipped out of the harbour, and our destination was going to be Dunk Island. The trick is to stay between the pile moorings and leave that way. That is the deepest water in the harbour. We say hi to another sloop heading in the opposite direction. This gloomy old weather we've got to sail through as the season draws to a close. The wet season is fast approaching.
Okay, darling, whereabouts are we?
I think we're at Dunk Island. It's a little hard to tell. It's somewhere in the haze.
Now we're just about touching the flaming thing. We can actually see it now. Almost.
Welcome.
Couple of neighbours.
We hoist our sails once again, but because of the light conditions we had to motor sail all the way to Hinchinbrook Island. We motor sailed our way up through the Hinchinbrook Channel. Because of the height of the tide, or lack of it, and the shallow ground that lay ahead, we anchored for the night in Bluff Creek. The next morning we weighed anchor on a rising tide to head out past Lucinda. I did say a rising tide, and with all of that water rushing in against us, it was very slow going, just to get past this jetty that is over 3 miles long. Once past the jetty was only a short hop over to Orpheus Island, where we could catch up with Annie and Gary on Chances and also Trevor and Fiona on Exhale. We say see you later to Orpheus Island, Chances and Exhale as we set sail for Magnetic Island. With the trade wind starting to build, Annecam was right in her happy place on a close reach, heading for Magnetic Island. Even with the trade winds right on the nose, 30 degrees true, we were still able to make 8 and 9 knots quite comfortably. Don't you love it when you are the stand-on vessel and the vessel that should be giving way will not, so you turn up into the wind and motor sail just to go around behind them.
What's that?
Looks like we're heading towards it.
Say something.
Annie's always a happy camper when we make it into an anchorage safely.
Back in familiar territory. Back at Horseshoe Bay on Magnetic Island. Right. See you later, Magnetic Island, and we probably will. It's a good hop-off point to head southeast.
We head into the Breakwater Marina in Townsville to top Annecam up with fuel.
Could you grab my wallet, please?
We head around and tie up in the Townsville Yacht Club Marina to catch up on some much needed washing.